Okay. Those are fairly simple answers.
Hmm.
A neutral spine is the curvature in your low back that is what is there when you're standing.
Hmm.
So some people stand with quite a large curve in their low back. Some people will stand with a flat back. But if we were to measure it scientifically, we go for the principle called elastic equilibrium. In
Hmm.
other words, that's the position of the spinal joints where they are most relaxed. So if you move out of that position, you put them into bending stress. So that's neutral, but there's quite a lot of biological variability in that.
Hmm.
But if I can just finish that notion off, don't look at great athletes and say, "Oh, well, they're in neutral or out of." For example, every great sprinter in the world has a lot of lordosis.
Hmm.
You have to have it because the power production out of the hips obviously is created through the stride during the sprinting.
Yeah.
So if they can turn their pelvis, tip it forward, more lordosis means they get more power throughout the whole stride with their feet on the ground. But you will never find a UFC fighter with a lot of lordosis who can kick you in the head. They have
Sure.
to have flat backs because they now have to turn the pelvis, rotate it posteriorly, so that the flexion power out of the hip can now allow their leg to come up and kick an opponent in the head. So do you see how, again, it's very functionally
Yeah.
peculiar to
Hmm.
a very specific type of athleticism?
Sure. Yeah.
So how you would train one back is quite different from how you would train another and
Hmm.
define their neutral spine. So
Hmm.
when you ask me how vigilant do people need to be in maintaining it, you see my answer? It depends on the person.
Sure. Absolutely. So it's as if you're, well, it's like you described earlier. It's sort of looking at the mechanics of someone and looking at the mechanics of, let's say, their event that they're in, and acting accordingly, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Why are they training?
yeah.
What is their injury history?
Hmm.
What and you know, we can take the lazy man's approach here and say, what exercise or training approach will get us to the goal
Hmm.
in the easiest way?
Sure.
Now, I wish more people would ask that simple question
Hmm.
because it would help their programming a lot more, and then they would decide on whether they're training a gymnast
Hmm.
who obviously needs a lot of spine mobility to do a floor tumbling routine.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
don't ask that gymnast to put 100 kilo over their head with a a clean and jerk or something,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
those are two opposed objectives. You would have to have a very, very special spine to survive
Yeah.
those.